Hello guys, and welcome to Final Fantasy post-game Soul of Rebirth. So, obviously this is kind of continuing from the culmination of the level 1 challenge. Go through the door. You must take Ultima. This is the scene where Minwu dies in the base game. Do not grieve. This was my destiny. And suddenly, Minwu finds himself here. Where is this? What is this place? Am I dead? Oh, so this is Jade Passage. What's that noise? Is someone there? Not really controlling Minwu. I think this entire starting sequence of events is just cutscene driven. Gordon? Oh no, what is Gordon doing here? I mean, it's a good thing he died. Black Knight. Not so much for talk? Then let's see how you bleed. Oh, Gordon doesn't talk like that. I'll not flee before a shade of the Empire. This I swear on the honor of House Cashwan. Behind you! Look out! And we are immediately put into a battle. With 2 sergeants and 1 Black Knight, I see. So, what exactly is going on here? As we know, I played Soul of Rebirth for the first time relatively recently. It's recent for me. And I decided I was arrogant enough to actually take on a pretty steep challenge run there, but somehow I made it through. I mean, only I know how much I struggled there. This time, this is my second playthrough of Soul of Rebirth, and as far as possible, I'm gonna try. Whenever I do any challenge run or even just a casual run of the GBA or the PSP versions, I'm always going to play Soul of Rebirth. So that at some point in time, I would like to try out different challenge runs in Soul of Rebirth. I'm just playing it casually itself. Looks like a pretty good challenge, not gonna lie. Why? Wait a minute. Does Minwu not have shields? Oh dear God. I am so screwed. Did I unequip his shields before he went out of my party? I thought I gave him 2 mithril shields. Oh wow, wow. I was just gonna say that this was going to be a Minwu solo challenge run, and even before it's begun, I'm gonna have to end it. Holy crap. But let's see what I can make of this. This is going to be a proper challenge now. Oh god, what a horrible mistake. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna try a playthrough of Soul of Rebirth every time I complete any playthrough of the GBA or the PSP versions. Simply because I enjoyed my first playthrough so much, challenge or otherwise. I was thinking I was considering just to play casually for first bunch of times, but then I thought probably not very interesting, since I've already got pretty much whatever strats I wanted. Even on just my first playthrough, I collected quite a bit of knowledge on Soul of Rebirth. and I can approach it with a much better understanding this time. So I think intuitively this playthrough will be a lot easier. So I decided to spice things up and try a Minwu solo challenge run. But that was when I thought that I had given Minwu 2 shields. So the thing about Soul of Rebirth is Minwu would start with the equipment that he had when he left your party in the base game. Obviously, I've made a terrible mistake on this front. I don't know how much I'm going to pay for this, but hopefully not too bad. And then we've got the new character Scott here. It's interesting to note that Minwu started in the back row. Now I don't remember if in the base game I had put him in the back row, or does that even factor in? But what I am glad for is that he's got 215 HP, which is not a lot more than 175 that he starts off with. One thing I did realize on my previous run was Minwu's HP matters a lot. Minwu? The White Wizard of Finn? I mean, surely this guy... Well, we don't know him yet, do we? It's me, Scott of Cashuan. Now that we've revealed that this guy's Scott and not Gordon, thanks a lot. It's pretty strange that he doesn't immediately recognize Minwu. It's almost as if he very rarely saw Minwu. That's kind of an interesting point in the story. So I don't really understand how that works. Prince Scott? I heard you fell in Finn. I gotta change that damn theme. Hey Matt, how's it going? Thank you for the host, man. Got back from work, had dinner, everything settled in? So I did. I gave a ring to a young group sent by the rebels and then just dropped dead right there on the floor. That means that this place must be ... I'm doing fine. Minwu solo attempt only. I don't know how bad this is going to be, but based on past history of my F2 challenge runs, every time I thought something was difficult, it turned out to be easy. But Soul of Rebirth is a completely different beast, so we'll see how that goes. So, you're dead too? Scott is very easy with his acceptance. And I was just, I had a lot of free time at work today, and the only thing I did was go to GameFAQs and try to look up as much as I could about Final Fantasy Tactics. And I was so involved in that when it finally became time for me to leave work, I was just so hyped up. Oh, today's Friday, I'm going to be playing Tactics. It took me a while to realize that today is actually Wednesday. Can't wait for Friday, man. Damn, Hilda and Gordon. Are they? No. Not grinding in FF3 facepalm. What's up, Puzzle? Did you get started with that run we were talking about? No, Princess Hilda and Prince Gordon are, well, or at least they were when I died. Then it is true. You're as dead as I. Yes, he is as dead as you are. Yes, seeing you here has removed all doubt. How did it happen? Let me guess, the Imperials? No, the decision to yield my life was my own. So it was suicide, was it? God damn it, Minwu. It was the only way to break the seal binding the ultimate magic. Ah. Skill Chin, been distracted a bit, okay? Ultima. Has the Empire grown so powerful that we must resort to such a terrible magic? Terrible magic, my ass. I'm confident my death was not in vain. Oh my god, Minwu, it's a good thing you died and you don't know how bad Ultima was. By now, the young warriors to whom you gave your ring should possess Ultima. Them? Chrono, Luca, and Glenn. Ultima was the best. Actually, you're not even wrong. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. That is the spell that did the most damage. Yeah, I completely forgot about the level 1 challenge. Chrono, Luca, Frog. They form the core of our rebel forces. I see. But where exactly does that put us? The afterlife, I suppose. And hell at that, judging by the scenery. I did take the life of many foes while fighting the Empire. Hell. Or perhaps Jade. Oh, Minwu knows about Jade, does he? The passage to hell? I don't know. Let's find out. And we finally get to save. Alright, so we got our second dead character here. So right now our party composition is Minwu and Scott. I did a huge mistake not giving Minwu a shield, but thankfully Scott comes with his shield, which we can remove and hand over to Minwu. I would have preferred 2 shields, but Minwu should have some relatively high level in shields. He's got level 1 in shields. What the hell? How? I don't get this, man. I don't get this. Did I not give him 2 shields? I am so screwed. I am so screwed. Okay, I can still recover from the situation. I'm just gonna put him in the back row, and we're not gonna care when Scott dies. In fact, for good measure, maybe I should give Minwu the sword as well. Yeah, maybe. Sword levels might come in handy. And this is the versatility of Final Fantasy 2. You pretty much give anyone anything and train them up. So look at this, Minwu with a sword and a mithril shield. It just feels wrong on so many levels. Alright, so wow, mistakes were made. How do I recover from this mistake? I actually thought that I had given Minwu 2 shields, which is not the case, and in addition to that I thought Minwu had a decently high shield level, which he does not. So first half of this run I'm going to have to spend on building up his shield levels. Oh god, this is going to be so bad. Anyway, Soul of Rebirth. We do not have any of our stuff from the inventory. And his other mistakes were made. Yep, that's the thing about post game, isn't it? I should have prepared in the base game. Send Minwu here with 2 shields and a good shield level, but I guess this was not part of the plan at all. So, gotta. What do you say? Improvise now. I just have to improvise, and it doesn't help that Minwu has horrible HP. At least he's got a lot of very good spells. I think immediately I'm going to get rid of a bunch of them. We need cure, we need life, absolutely. Why do we need life? Well, this is strictly not going to be a solo run. I mean, I'm going to try to keep it as legit as possible, but depending on how difficult it's going to be, I'm going to adjust what exactly Minwu solo means. So we're still going to keep life, although in a true solo run, as you can expect, life has no meaning. Kasuna's a waste of time. Asuna, we need Blink, absolutely. Barrier, yes. Protect, Shell, Dispel, Wall. We don't need Wall. Silence. Silence is not going to help me. It's a temporary status ailment. Why would I care about that? Sap is not going to help. Sap might help with grinding, so I'll keep that in hand. Swap is absolutely going to help. Teleport, probably not going to help. Fear, definitely not. Fear never helps. And fog, yes, we need fog. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 slots available. I know that I'm going to be able to purchase a Berserk book. How much cash do we start with? We start with just over 3,500. Okay, we need 20,000 for that Berserk book. Okay, gotta make some cash in the random encounters. So Minwu does not have any experience, any shield levels. He does not have. What am I gonna do here? Right now, I don't have any DPS because Scott does not have unarmed level. Well, he does have level 2 in unarmed. Is that gonna help me? No, it's not. So I think for now I'll just have Minwu train with train his unarmed skill. Oh, I equipped the shield. No, Minwu absolutely needs to work on his shield level. That is priority. For now, I'm going to hand the Mithril Sword to Scott so that we have some DPS. I don't see how to make this work without some time spent in preparation here. Alright, so what's the strat going to be? Scott is probably going to die. We don't want that. Yeah, initially I thought it would be okay if Scott dies, but we don't want Scott to die, so I'm gonna heal him up. So turn 1, until Minwu gets to a decently high level in unarmed, I'm gonna keep him in the back row, but Minwu's HP is a big problem. Until that time, Scott is going to be carrying. Oh god. Horrible mistakes. Okay, the problem now is that turn order is definitely against us. So Scott needs to survive 1 turn at least, so that I can stack protect on him. Yeah, look at that. Scott is decently fast, but he doesn't have any good spells. Okay, with Protect helps out a lot, but crits will still go through. Oh god, what am I gonna do? Starting off on a horrible note here. Let's see how well I can survive. Scott, maybe I should heal Scott up. I don't think he'll be able to survive a crit. Yeah. Also, for the beginning, we're gonna have chronic MP problems. We only start with 10 ethers. Yeah, there we go. That's a crit for 50 damage, so it's not too bad. But that's gonna add up. Okay, Minwu needs to start practicing his unarmed skills. I don't know how much defense these guys have, but I have no idea what level unarmed I need in order to actually get through their defenses. Since Minwu's going to be doing most of the work, once I've prepared him, yeah, his HP is going to be very important. Alright, Scott is doing a decent enough job right now for us. 10 ethers is actually not too bad. Seeing as how this area is only about 4 or 5 floors. Nice, survived this encounter. Minwu got an unarmed level and a shield level, protect, spirit, Scott's evasion increased. Okay, Scott's evasion, we don't really care about that for now. Minwu's HP is probably going to be the most important stat, and I might actually have to grind for it. Grinding in FF2, ouch. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty difficult. So Minwu has level 6 unarmed. Why the hell does he have level 6 unarmed? Holy shit, man, this guy's a monster. So right now, I'm only working on shield levels. Grinding in any game, Monka S. Grinding's a reality of life, mate. Gotta heal up Scott. So we only, with our current shortage of ethers, we need to survive until we get through this area, which is going to be about 5 floors. PS4 delay is so low. Oh, you're actually watching on PS4. Nice. So yeah, right now we are focusing on Minwu's shield levels. Let me just have Scott defend so that Minwu can get as much shield level as he can every battle. It's good that in the PSP version they added the defend command. It is tactically very useful. But yeah, Minwu's HP is going to be a major problem. Seeing as how, just look at the amount of damage these guys can do. I need preference in turn order, which is why I'm grinding shield levels right now. Once Minwu gets a decent evasion, but I don't naturally select it at the beginning of the game you're talking about. Just take a look at all your characters, and I suggest make the one who has the highest agility the field. So that would be Refia, would it? Because in the FF3 remakes, they did add custom stats to the characters, didn't they? They're not all generic characters. It really doesn't matter. That should be enough. They all have 9 in every stat. Okay, so I guess I was wrong. They're all generics. So the only difference between the characters is the actual story, not in terms of gameplay. Shield level increase, Scott's HP increase, stamina increase. Okay. Shield level is the one that matters. So right now he's got a 46 evasion. Is that going to be enough? I don't think so. What I'm going to work towards is at least 70% evasion, And every shield level I get, since I'm only having one shield equipped right now, Mithril Shield gives 6% evasion per level. And what's Minwu's agility? He's got pretty decent agility, I must say. Spirit of 49 is going to help. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So our short-term goal is to get Minwu to high enough shield level that he gets 70% agility, 70% evasion. Once we get 70% evasion, that is purely for turn order purposes. God, these guys hurt. Ginger is becoming the bucket. Who's Ginger? Doesn't Ark also have ginger hair? Why are you hating on Refia? Although she does look pretty hot as a thief. Ark has brown hair. Oh, does he? So it's like a gradient between brown, ginger, and red. I mean, the amount of damage these guys are doing, I don't know how much Minwu would have to survive. Minwu probably can't survive one hit. Then how the hell am I going to give him HP ups? There's going to be some grinding. I'm going to have to select my monsters. Another thing I want to find out is whether all of these fights are runnable. And a brown burgundy. After having played Age of Empires so much, burgundy just means purple to me. He's got level 3, right? This should be enough for level 4, hopefully. Burgundy is a type of red, I see. Slightly more darker than crimson. Okay, so in between purple and red. Unarmed shield, Scott's HP, stamina, awesome. So now he's got 52% evasion at shield level 4. Very good. This is progressing nicely. And his unarmed level, I don't know why he has such high unarmed level. I need to look at my level 1 challenge run to see what I did with Minwu. That does not seem right. Minwu is going to be our monk at this rate. Bourgogne. Region in France. The color is that of wine made there. Oh! In between purple is a good way to put it. Bourgogne. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Bourgogne. A region in France. Okay, yeah. Absolutely butchered. Well, you need to pronounce it for me later. I was surprised the other day that Marseilles is called Marseilla. What am I supposed to do here? Minwu. Yeah, we still have a ways to go. We need at least 3 or 4. Yeah, we need exactly 3 more shield levels. Should be easy enough. I'm strongly considering putting Minwu in the front row, since even at 52% evasion, he actually sometimes gets priority in turn order. So let me see if that's going to work out. If that is going to work out, then I can even put Scott in the back row, and let's see how well Minwu can punch. Punching Minwu. That's gonna be a sight to watch. Can only happen with FF2. Wait, where am I going? I'm acting as if I don't know my way around here. Save turquoise. Oh shit, sea serpents. Yeah, I know these assholes. They don't have a particularly dangerous physical attack, but they can use they can use a wave attack which does about 100 damage. So I think 16. Yep, absolutely right. Level 16. That was a simple one. 16 is level cap for weapons and magic. Although, fun fact, internally, the counter for the number of hits you can get goes all the way up to 32. So, bonus question for you guys. How to get your number of, even if you're at level 16 in your weapon, you're going to get 16 hits. How do you bump that up to 32? Or anywhere, anything over 16. Yep, there you go. And related to that, there is a bug in the NES version where if you have, let's say, if you have a very low level and the enemy uses slow 16, it actually wraps around and you get what, about 240 hits. You can imagine how that would be. Okay, how do we want to deal with these guys? We want to, first of all, we want to use fog on them. I believe they are susceptible to fog. 4 hits, 72 damage, yeah. Oh shit, they get paralyzed, I forgot. Underflow hit rate, yep. That's very similar to the underflow glitch for Berserker, the magic underflow glitch. Stun locked. Okay, not stun locked. Stun locked. Okay, Minwu's back. So all my posturing about turn order has gone down the drain. Let me see if fog works. Even if fog works, I'm kind of screwed. I need blink. I think I need blink more than fog. But wow, this is a bad situation. If I use blink and he uses and the enemy uses his wave attack, Minwu's dead. Minwu's dead anyway. God damn it. Minwu dies, I gotta reset. I can't take that many liberties. Alright, so what is the lesson that we learned from that fight? Minwu's not ready yet. He's just in the back row. It's gonna be very, very dicey. Getting him any HP ups. But that has to be priority. It's too well dressed to be a carpet. Another ether godsend. Soul Eater. I know these guys. Scott's probably gonna die. And Minwu's low on MP. I'll give him an ether. But for now, what do we need to do? We need to use blink. I don't want to use blink. These guys have like 30 HP, but they have drain touch. Drain touch is what makes a very big difference. Drain touch is why protect won't work. Look at that. This time Minwu goes first. Even Scott goes before these Soul Eaters. Rip Scott again. Alright, but since we got Minwu blinked up, he's not going to take any hits. Let's find out what kind of DPS that he can put out. 300 damage on these stupid ass tree roots. And this is the reason you want to learn blink over protect. Protect is not going to protect you against drain touch enemies. And some of the most dangerous enemies endgame have Drain Touch, including the final boss. I forgot to use an ether, didn't I? I'm actually going to take a risk and... Why would you ever use any weapon type over fists? Well... Fists are only really powerful when you use unarmed with both arms, not wearing a shield with one hand. So even if you saw this, even at level 7 in unarmed, with a shield on, he was only doing about 300 damage. That is nothing. Scott can do better than that with a mithril sword. Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of the row system here and put Minwu in the back row so that in case of ambushes we are dead anyway, but otherwise Minwu will always get a chance. That is nothing, one-shotting enemy. We are one-shotting very low-level enemies, mind you. Like I said, Soul Eaters. Let me just open the bestiary here. Configuration, bestiary. Oh, bestiary. If you take a look at the Soul Eaters, take a look at how much HP they have. 40 HP. So these guys die easily and they have no defense whatsoever. They have a defense of 3. And despite that, Minwu was only doing 300 damage. Remember, Scott was doing a lot more damage to these guys. Deathhorn. Deathhorn have a defense of 4. What? What? Stupid. But my point being that weapons will outshine unarmed. Weapons very easily outshine unarmed. Right now, we only have a very weak weapon in the mithril sword. So that's why Minwu was able to comparatively do decent amounts of damage. I need to give him an ether, damn it. And also come up with a strategy to somehow trigger HP ups on Minwu. Now, in order to get HP up, we need to play a very dicey game. We need to take enough damage to just barely survive, but then not take so much damage that he just dies. I think this is going to be a very interesting example here. Soul Eaters only have HP drain. Apart from that, I don't think they have much of an attack to speak of. And since HP drain is dependent on the target's total HP rather than the amount of damage that the enemy does by default, the total amount of damage that is caused will depend on the number of hits that these enemies get, as we shall see. So these guys were doing about 200 damage to Scott, right? That was because 200 is 1/4 of his HP. 1/4 of Minwu's HP is about 50. So these guys should be doing 50 or less than 50 damage because of their HP drain attacks. Okay, one hit, 29 damage. Yeah, because they get one hit, they only suck 1/8 of Minwu's HP. So I'm just going to defend for a few turns in order to take more damage. And yeah, this is something that you have to do in FF2. 2 hits, 60 damage. Yeah, look at that. 150, he's down to 150. Yeah, one more turn. How did you miss? That should be fine. 180. Now I'm going to use Blink to increase my evasion so that he will never get hit again. This is my de facto strategy to gain HP without having to resort to hitting my own allies. Very much convoluted, no doubt about it, but because of the simplistic algorithm that FF2 uses to determine chance for a HP up, I'm having to do this. That should give my HP up. Every HP up is absolute gold. Even though this time I got both a HP up and a stamina up, there's at best a 50% chance only. Now the more HP that Minwu gets, the more his survivability increases and the more damage he can take effectively. That's why at this stage, any and every HP up that Minwu gets is just worth a lot. Okay, was that all the treasure there here in the first floor? I think so. Yeah, there were only 2 chests. This is bad. More HP, the more HP Minwu gets. Did I say that? So since Scott is dead, I'm using his corpse in the front row to take advantage of the fact that if I put Minwu in the back row with a corpse in the front row, he cannot be targeted during the first turn at all. So now that Minwu's... Hey Shihali, such is employed life indeed. What one has to do in order to better one's life. We just end up unhappy anyway. So this worked out really well. I used Protect on Minwu first turn because I explicitly wanted these guys to have a crit. You're being moment with it. Holy crap, how did I get a hit? 3 red idiots and a green slut walking around. Yeah. But isn't that the same even when we make Raphia a white mage? I realized just to grind some spell levels. Okay, so Minwu is doing quite a good job. I have the Source of Wisdom. If only everybody realized that. That was like better than I could have hoped. He got a shield level, strength, stamina. Holy crap, Minwu is just racing along here. Performing much better than I ever expected. But right now I don't have... Actually I do. I was planning to give him the sword. But because he does not have any levels in sword... Oh, I just don't know what to do. I want to get all of his weapon levels up with each new weapon that I find. Anyway, right now the priority is going to be HP. Always. The priority is always going to be HP right now. So I'm not going to bother with other weapons. And in any case, in this part of the game, he's doing enough damage. He's doing more than enough damage. I think I can get away with using a sword against these guys. These guys only have 40 HP. Do I have a sword in... Oh crap, I forgot to unequip Scott's sword. Never mind. More HP here, since these guys have Drain Touch and innately they don't have the damage to kill Minwu. Or so I thought. Can you please not kill him? Alright. He might just get away with this. Nice. Please get HP. Stamina increased. Okay, I'll take that. Stamina is just like a Mystic Knight anyway. Very good point. Except the Mystic Knight is the one that's derived from Minwu. How much stamina does he have? Stamina 24, yeah, he needs to get that stamina up as well. Some Spellblade action going on here with his bare fists. Only Minwu can do this. Okay, second floor. Let me remember the layout of this. The hidden passageway, is it? Yeah, but we need to grab a treasure chest. Oh! Joseph is gonna join. Yeah, I completely forgot about this. How the hell am I gonna beat Borgin?
Death is sweet, isn't it, Joseph? Look at his portrait there. It's worse than the Joker. Now we have all eternity together. Morgan! What a surprise. Alright, it's about time I settled your hash. Die here and you'll come right back. I can kill you until the end of time. What? Yes, the immortal body I've so longed for is mine at last.
Careful, he's undead. Borgin, you traitorous dog. What is Gordon doing here? Actually, does Joseph even know about Gordon? Alright, so I think at the start of this battle, both Joseph is automatically placed in the back row. Now it looks like we are all in the front row, which does not make sense. I think in this fight, Borgin only has physical attacks, so we can neutralize that pretty easily with Blink. I don't care if Joseph dies, but I want to take enough damage first in order to gain some HP on Minwu. I just hope that Borgin doesn't... Oh, Joseph is the one that has double shields. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna unequip his shields. Nice. So finally Minwu can get double shields, and the sweet turn order I'm looking for. I'm just gonna have Joseph die. Yeah, Borgin. The problem is that Borgin paralyzes on hit, and if I get stun locked, I'm dead. Alright, Minwu in the front row. Okay, so surprisingly, Joseph started out in the front row in this fight. Interesting. So I think the way this works is, because I remember on my first playthrough of Solo Rebirth, Joseph started off in the back row, and I only had Scott in the front row. So it's quite possible that Joseph's row depends on how you left him when he was with you. Interesting. Okay, what are we supposed to do here? Let's just attack Borgin. Yeah, stun locked. Oh, thank God. Minwu, double shields for maximum evasion. We don't care about evasion by itself. We want turn order preference so that we can immediately cast Blink. There we go. With double shields, he has guaranteed 99% evasion. Now we can start punching Gordon and hope for a HP up. Hey, what? No. Did not mean to flee there. Good damage even on Borgin. So Minwu can definitely hold out here just with his unarmed skills alone. But I do want to train him up on other weapons. I also hope that I get some pretty nice drops, because even Richard later on will come only with double shields. I did not bother handing him his original equipment like I'd done in the previous run. This is how powerful Blink is. I mean, it's super powerful even at level 1. GG. Shield level, strength, spirit, do not even get stamina. So that's kind of bad RNG. Horrible RNG actually. Well, if it's Minwu. So you're here too, Joseph. The Prince of Kashuan. I heard you were mortally wounded at Finn. I was. And you? No, I was not mortally wounded at Finn. Idiot. After fighting Morgan, we fell into a trap he laid. It was a sorry way to go, but at least I helped those kids escape. So you were also with them when... And I don't regret a thing. They're young, but they've got spirit. Now, can either of you tell me where we are? Aren't we supposed to be dead? Just take it so lightly. We think this may be the passage to hell. Jade? What? Even Joseph knows about Jade? So it's literally only Hilda and Gordon that did not know anything about Jade. The passage, they say the beasts of hell used to enter the world of the living. What are we doing here? There may still be some task for us to do. Hint, hint. Something left unfinished. An unfinished task, huh? Then we'd best finish it. The down and dirty kind of guy. Joseph joins the party as a corpse. Okay. So Minwu did not get HP or stamina in that fight, which sucks after everything I went through. And he needs another ether. What's our next step going to... Alright, obviously we're going to collect this. Thief's Gloves. Thief's Gloves is not bad. Plus 10 agility, but thing is, since Minwu is going to be focusing on magic so much, I would rather not use the Thief's Gloves because it's going to cause a magic penalty, and a pretty heavy magic penalty at that, if I remember correctly. What did I just use? Okay, it was just an ether. Once again, I forgot to unequip the mithril sword from Scott. Damn it! At some point, I need to get Minwu started with sword levels, if nothing else. I know that once we reach the town, once we get out of this Jade copy, this time he got HP but no stamina, damn it. But at least he got HP. I mean, technically stamina is more important than HP, but I'll take what I can get. And let's not forget to unequip Scott. So whenever possible, I'm gonna have Minwu use the sword. He only has level 1. And he's got level 6 in Mithril Shield, which should be enough. Let me just check that he's got 99% evasion at level 6. Yep, with double shields. So double shields is going to give me 99% evasion, which means Blink is going to be at its most powerful with double shields on. Where's the next treasure chest? Holy crap, Giga Swarm. How do I manipulate so that I only take enough damage to not die? If 4 Giga Swarm attack me, then I think Minwu is gonna die. So what can I do here? Let me just try to use Protect first and hope for the Giga Swarms to crit. Can that happen? I hope that they can crit. 7 hits, Jesus! Yeah, the only way that Minwu is going to take damage right now after a level 5 protect is if they crit. There you go. How much damage was that? About 90 damage. Another 30 damage. I need at least one more crit in order to get HP. I mean, ideally what we want to do is get him down to half his HP. Because that is when he loses half of his maximum HP, is the maximum chances of gaining HP and stamina. Doesn't look like happening. $212, not good enough. I mean, I might still get lucky with RNG. to 90. Okay. I guess I misread the damage value. It was only 30, was it? God damn it. Let me see if I can actually damage him with a sword. Although, to be honest, sword levels are not going to... Well, they might help. They might help. Yeah, screw this. He's better off punching anyway. We need some more HP here. Yeah, we need some more HP, so I'm going to spend some turns defending. Even better, with double shields. You can get even more shield levels then. Come on, just waiting for a crit. Another 30 damage. We need at least one more crit. That should be it, right? 152, 302, yeah. So now we have a 50% chance of gaining stamina and HP. So this is how I'm strategically using Protect instead of Blink. If I'd used Blink, then Minwu's evasion would be so high that the enemy just would not get a hit in at all. Which is not what we want. We want Minwu to take some damage, but not so much damage that it just outright kills them. You know, I guess I must be nearsighted. Because even though I've got my laptop screen relatively nearby, but the actual emulator screen is pretty small, and that damage looked like 90 to me. Hellfire, what the hell am I going to do with Hellfire? Hellfire can be used as a means of... Yeah, this guy's bad news. Hellfire can be used for... Fire 5? Why do we care about Fire 5? Okay, let me try the same strats again. Protect first turn. And with double shields. Keep trying to defend with double shield. Not defend. Let's see how much damage he does. Okay, 60. Okay, 60 after a crit. That is good. So Protect helped out. But just look at this guy. He gets 7 hits. This guy hurts a lot. And right now, enemy crits are the only way I see after a Protect of gaining HP. Come on, one more crit. I'm just looking for one more crit. There we go. Now we can use Blink in order to completely shut him down. Most of the enemies in this part, let's just call it Mirrored Jade, are physical attackers only, which simplifies things a lot, especially for Minwu. No, did not want to flee every damn time. It's quite impressive that Minwu can actually damage this guy. I mean, generally speaking, these Gigas type monsters have a lot of defense. Let me take a quick look at their defense. Did he gain HP? I think he did, but not stamina. Configuration Bestiary Glacial Lebolas, that was his name. He has defense of 15 only. Okay. So in Soul of Rebirth, at least this part of the game, enemies have pretty low defense. which works in Minwu's favor. He's doing a lot of damage even with unarmed. Where is the next treasure chest? Once again, I'm going to wait around till I take enough damage. Come on, hit me already. Damn it! Goddamn Soul Eater, not able to hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. That should do it. Please gain HP. God damn it, Minwu. Did I miss any treasure? I don't think so. So let's just proceed on to the next floor. Unknown Cave B3. Okay, this is the Unknown Cave. Let us call it the Unknown Cave. Gill Snapper. Oh, Whippersnapper. Same strategy. Seeing as how I don't see how to take damage once I use Blink. I'm going to use Protect first turn and just hang around. Actually, let me find out if Minwu can punch through his defense. 342, not bad. Oh shit, he can one-shot that thing. Holy shit, Minwu, take it easy. More of these guys. These guys are good for HP ups because of their drain touch. If they could hit me, please. No? God, you suck. Still can't hit me? How much evasion does Minwu have even? Too much. He has way too much evasion. Let me unequip both shields. And this is how we can control turn order to a certain extent. But because of the high random number involved in turn order calculations, even that might fail. As Minwu just demonstrated. God damn it. I would prefer a HP up every fight if you don't mind. Because we've got a very difficult section coming up. Minwu's at 351 HP. I think he can survive one attack from the Gill Snapper. Let's see if we can. 5 hits? 334! Wow, that was clutch. Nice. Now I can just use Blink and that's all she wrote. I swear to God if I don't get any HP out of this after taking so many insane risks. There we go. He got more HP up. Now he's up to 378. Uh, 25 MP only. I need to use an ether next battle. I'm using the 2 corpses that I have very efficiently. Is this a monster in a box? Silver Cuirass. Don't care about that. Silver Cuirass is actually good for mages. It's light equipment. It has only a 5% evasion penalty. So if you wear it, your evasion will go down by 5 only. How much money do I have? 24,000, so yeah, we can definitely buy 1 haste berserk. Oh wait, we can buy 2 berserks, but we don't need it. Yeah, just 1 berserk is fine for Minwu. Now any problems that I had with damage output are gonna be laid to rest once we've got Berserk. Berserk is just a straight up attack increase, but it's black magic. Minwu does not excel at black magic. So we're gonna need to work on that proactively. So for now I'm going to cast it once per battle because we don't have infinite ethers. How many ethers do I have? I've still got 9 ethers. Nice. Okay. I miscalculated then. But still, I would prefer to have like 50 or 60 ethers before I decide to splurge on MP, because there's a lot of spells that I need to get up to ridiculously high levels. Yeah, it's gonna miss. That's just sad. Second life has saved no matter what you did. Pretty profound words. Also, someone might be someone might be better at some things than you right now, but given enough time and effort, you can always get better yourself. If not to surpass them, at least to reach their level that they were at the time when you were just a noob. Can you please hit me? Thank you. Oh goddamn, the Soul Eater. Okay. If this is how it's gonna be, then I need to take advantage of the defend command in the PSP. Come on, hit me now. There we go. 212. One more hit, please. Need to take some damage here. That should do it. Now die. HP increase, stamina increase, the two things that matter. And he's over 400 now, nice. I keep forgetting to use an ether. Continuing onward. Oh crap, went the wrong way. Oh, this is gonna be a bad. Or not. This is not too bad. This is not too bad. I can survive this. I think I'll need to use when you want to Ether in battle. Ether heals for a lot more inside battle than outside. Normally if you use an Ether outside battle, it'll heal about 20 MP, but inside battle it depends on your stats as well, because it's considered a spell. Weird, I know, but that's the way FF2 works, so it always benefits you to use an Ether or any healing items in battle, because it does factor in your stats. Holy shit, Minwu one-shotting these guys now. Wow. Minwu is just destroying everything in his way. But this is just one half of the game. We are just dealing with monsters that are pretty much helpless once we've got one blink set up. What is gonna happen in the next phase? Okay, which floor is this? I think there is a treasure in the north. Whoa, what is this? Rustbird. The hell is Rustbird? Death Knights. Have I seen them before? Super rare encounter on Dragon's Peak. Rustbird. I've never heard of that. Hey, wait a minute. Are these guys so fast that they are going even before Minwu? And they're constantly spamming their bow 3, which I don't appreciate. It's not doing a lot of damage though. But it looks like these guys are going to spam their bow 3 attack. Can we one-shot them? Ouch! What the hell was that? Wow, these guys are fast. Even with the Minwu's shield levels, those guys were getting the first turn. And how many attacks do they have? One blink was not enough to shut them down. Giga Parasite. Oh, please don't tell me this thing has Osmos. Okay, this Minwu is faster than the enemy here. Two sets of wings, purple and blazing plumes on its tail feathers. Huh, isn't? Blazing plumes on its tail feathers. Two sets of wings. Okay, never seen that. 3 hits for 95 damage, okay. Oh, these guys are sucking MP. No, 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 no. Cannot have that, cannot have that. We need Blink ASAP. Please, no! Assholes. Completely out of MP. Assholes. Hopefully Minwu might get an MP up out of this. So what can this Rustbird do? Is it super rare and super dangerous as well? That is generally the trend in FF3. So apparently there are some monsters which I did not meet up. On my first playthrough. No MP, so the only way I can do that is by using an ether outside battle. We were just discussing about this. Yeah, look at that. Look at how much MP he got. He got 26 MP out of that ether. There was no way I could have made crazy. You can see Phoenix Downs. There's no way I could have lasted here with just this much, just 10 ethers if I did not use them inside battle. Continuing on. What's this? High potion. Oh, there was a high potion here. Could have used that. Oh god, these guys again. But since they do have a bow attack, I can just set up with Blink first on. Why not? And one Blink is apparently not enough. And these guys are very fast. One hit. Yeah, we need more than just one Blink. Wow, these guys are bad news. 3 hits. 2 hits. How are they getting so many hits? Oh, dead. Welp, I definitely need to stack more Blinks. That one was not enough. I can't believe this. This is just ridiculous. Oh, got a preemptive this time. Right, I'm gonna take advantage of that. And look at how much an Ether heals in battle, eh? 66! Is Protect too good to be used? Exactly. If I use Protect, then they would do 0 damage. I don't want that. I want some HP on Minwu. I mean, I could stall around. I could stall until they get crits, because crits still go through Protect. But yeah, it is definitely too good to be used here. Come on, give me one more turn. One more turn. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. These guys are way too fast, so I need double shields right now. I need double shields. I should have done this before. One more blink and we should be good. Physical hits to 19. No bow attack, please. Oh, he might die. 50. Oh, he's dead. Wow, that was bad. Guess how much Blizzard does. Significantly more, I will assume. Over 100 damage. Okay, lesson learned. I need 2 blinks at least. And that was a fight I actually got a preemptive. Okay, this is a better fight. I hope. $140 and each of the 2 enemies. What do you mean each of the 2 enemies? Are you kidding me? These things do over 300 damage? Point to be noted. Bigfoot, we need Protect for that. A multi-target Blizzard did 140. That doesn't sound okay. Maybe they were weak to Blizzard. Yeah, so this is a problem with Protect now. 0 damage. So, but yeah, and all is not lost. We need to rely on crits. Might as well take this time to heal up with an Ether. Can you guys crit, please? No? Not gonna cooperate? Why don't I just Protect all damage? Why do you need HP up? Why do I need HP up? So right now, like I said, at this stage in the game, we are only having to deal with monsters that do physical attacks. Once we enter the next territory, monsters will start with some pretty nasty spells. Some of which includes damage spells, and there is no way to take 0 damage from the damage spells. And that is why we need a lot of HP on Minwu for pure survivability, because we are going to take 5 to 6 turns to shut them down. We've got strats. We've got strats to completely shut them down. Even magical monsters. But in order to buy some time, I need a solid HP bank on Minwu. That's why. That should no. We need to take more damage now. That's why we're just using this phase of the game to grind up as much HP as possible on Minwu. Parent reviving when he's Easter. Yeah, Scott has a life spell. There's another very big challenge that will become apparent once we start encountering monsters, which especially the ones that do AoE magic. But we'll see. I hope it's not going to be as bad as I think it is, but it might just turn out to be the worst case scenario, in which case even 9000 HP on Minwu is not going to protect me, which is why I said that this is probably not going to be a strict solo challenge. But at the very least, I'm going to have Minwu do most of the work. I think Minwu's taken enough damage. Let's just have him punch these things to death. We are almost out of this unknown cavern, unknown passage. Evasion increase, HP increase, stamina increase, and okay. HP and stamina most important. Judgment bolt or something. Nope. Almost 500 HP on Minwu. Things are going pretty well. Alright, time for some treasure. Demon Spear. Ooh. Actually, I did not forget. I had no idea this was here. Demon Spear is a legitimately good weapon. And a golden shield. Golden shield is better than a mithril shield. In addition to 7% evasion per level, the gold shield also gives Minwu protection against poison. And not just poison status, poison elemental damage spells. So if any monster has arrow, he'll take hardly any damage from that. I'm gonna give him the Demon Spear anyway. Yeah, look at that. Just take a look at the attack differential between Bear Fist at what is this? Bear Fist is level 9. Albeit it's not unarmed with both arms. He is wearing a shield which reduces damage from Bear Fist by a significant margin. At level 9 Bear Fist with a shield, the Demon Spear, which is only a mid-range weapon mind you, the Demon Spear has better attack. But yes, we are not going to be doing as much damage immediately because we need levels in Spear first. So I'm gonna have Minwu work on that. Because ultimately the best weapon that we can buy once we get out of this place is the Flame Lance, which is a lance. So spear levels right now are going to come in handy. Oh god, these guys. I hate these guys. Link. I don't even care about taking damage here. Because these guys, every time they hit Minwu, they suck some of his MP. And right now MP is precious. Nice damage there. So yeah, because he does not have any spear levels yet, he's going to be missing very frequently. But the more turns that we spend, the more experience he's going to get for his weapons. So it works out as long as we've got survivability taken care of. Come on, you can do it, Minwu. Minwu's low attack stat also hinders the accuracy of his weapon. So even when he levels up his weapons, he's not going to have 99% accuracy. Because weapons at best have 70 or 80% accuracy by themselves. And the remaining accuracy has to be compensated for by the wielder's attack stat. And Minwu's attack stat is pretty atrocious, which is understandable, of course. We are working on that. I believe there's one more treasure in this place. Yeah, there we go. Aura Tome. Aura is useless. The way Aura works is Oh my god. I just thought of a completely valid analogy between aura and spellblade. It's actually not 100% accurate to say that aura acts like spellblade, but what aura does is it imbues your physical attacks with an element. So let's say it's a fire element. Any monster weak to fire would then take super effective damage. Super effective damage here is not as abusive as say twice extra damage. It is only it's only 20 damage per hit extra. I think so. Come on, we are expecting a crit here. Another feature which I can take advantage of is the fact that in FF2 you only gain experience for the weapons that you are holding at the end of the battle. So what I'm going to do right now is just stall for as long as possible, as long as it takes for Minwu to get his HP to low enough level to give him the maximum chance to gain HP. And all this while I'm gonna have him with double shields. Why are these guys not able to hit? Oh my god, is Minwu's evasion already naturally so high that these guys are missing? Wow. When good things get in your way. Let's see if I unequip his left arm, if he still punches for as hard as with his right arm. Nope. So hand matters. Which arm you're using to punch matters. Minwu is right-handed, so since I unequipped the shield from his left hand, he's trying to punch with his left hand, and that's just not going to do any damage whatsoever. There you go. That's one way in which handedness was implemented in this game. I believe this is not the case in the GBA version. This is true for definitely NES version. Although in the NES version you can't have one shield and one unarmed. It just acts as if you are going to attack with the shield itself. Come on guys, crit. I know you can crit. Need to take a little bit more damage. No, protect is working against me. Even with just one shield, these guys are not able to get a hit on Minwu. That's how high his evasion has gone now. This is one of the most obvious benefits of a solo, well, so-called challenge run. Because of the fact that the character who is soloing is going to be the target for all of the enemy's attacks, it also means that his evasion is going to go through the roof very, very quickly. Sometimes that is not what you want, but fortunately, this being Final Fantasy 2, you can control that aspect, unlike traditional level-based games. I remember watching the Bravely Default playthrough, and after a certain level, all of your characters were so fast that they always took their turn before the enemies. So there came a situation where you wanted to manipulate turn order in such a way that one of your guys would take their turn after the enemy. There was just no way to do that. Mostly Hermitius. Was it mostly Hermitius? Well, Hermitius helped your characters to take their turns before. The Hermitius were usually behind. It didn't look like that. It was without Hermitius. It was a lot depending on RNG. That's the way I looked at it. I distinctly remember, I don't know which boss it was exactly, but it would have been a good tactic to have one of your guys go after the enemy took their turn to revive, just like I do in Final Fantasy 2. That is something you can do here, principally because of the way turn order works, which is a horrible mechanic if you ask me. I mean, it really doesn't make sense that shields give you speed. Shields let you act before the enemy. I mean, since this is a turn-based system, one can visualize that in real life, how would that work? I mean, what the hell is up with those shields? How do they make you faster than the enemy? Just because you have more evasion. But I think the reasoning was that if you have shields, if you have good evasion percentage with or without shields, that means you by de facto have good agility as well, which is not the case. Like we're slowly behind the shield, the attack bounce off. I was expecting some kind of justification there. I mean, one can understand how evasion is being treated in this game. It's not actually evasion. When you've got a shield, you're better at blocking. So you're not thinking about that. More reactive. That's one way to look at it. But shields generally, whenever you consider shields, there needs to be a blocking mechanic instead of evading. Because what exactly does it mean to evade attacks? What am I supposed to do here? Not so fast. This one's mine. Who? Richard! A dragoon! This fiend followed me all the way to hell. That's a crutch to end all grudges. Every percent being used approximate agility adjusted for gear weight. Yep, exactly. And that's exactly where I have a problem with that mechanic of thinking that evasion is directly related to agility. Because obviously, once we figured it out that shields give you evasion, your agility goes out the window. Well, technically agility is still used for another very important mechanic, but if you disregard that, yeah, agility just goes out the window. That's not how it should be at all. So definitely I have a problem with that mechanic, but I have trouble coming up with a better way to come up with a turn order formula, seeing as how the agility gain mechanic itself is stupid. But from the viewpoint of FF2, all of it does make sense. It's just that in terms of gameplay, it does not. Even Richard does not have 2 shields. What the hell was I doing? Holy shit, Richard, you can still do 50 damage? But yeah, I think what the intention was that if you use shields, you will be able to block a lot more attacks, and those blocks are being considered as evasion, which in my opinion is false, because evasion should be considered completely different. Like you're evading your attack, completely evading an attack instead of blocking. Even if you're holding a shield and you actually block the attack, you will still feel some of the effects of it. And not just that, holding a shield will effectively... what is it that I'm looking for? Holding a shield is a defensive approach. So when you're blocking attacks, your offense should be severely compromised. That's the way I'd like to put it. How much evasion does Minwu have that the roundworm is not able to hit him? Okay, this is absolutely playing against me. If I just take his shield off, this is how I'm going to manipulate evasion. Minwu's effective evasion during battle so that he actually takes damage. Oh, he's still faster than the roundworm. How pathetic is a roundworm? The additional derived stat. No idea how. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even I'm struggling with that exact problem. How would we do that? Nice, enough damage. Now we can just get our shield back, and for good measure I'm also going to use Blink to completely shut him down. So Minwu is in a very good position here. We just want a lot more HP on Minwu, a lot more, and the more HP I can get without grinding, the happier I'll be. GG! Spell level increase, strength increase, spirit increase, stamina increase. Okay, I'll take stamina. Well, if it isn't the mage who broke the seal on Ultima. Wait. Alright, he did. Need to be returned just for gear weight. Yep, and that is the only place where the weight works in FF5. Although the penalty there is pretty light, you only lose 1 point of agility for every 8 weight. Which is quite lenient compared to FF2. But I think that's how it should be. You should prioritize defense over weight. It's the complete opposite here in FF2. So you too have lost your life. What of Ultima? What of Chrono and the others? They're at the end of time. Don't worry, the spell is theirs now. We confronted the Dark Knight who proclaimed himself Emperor, but as we faced him, his master returned, risen from hell. I'm sure it was here that he gained such hideous power. Then, Chrono and the others. With any luck, they escaped on my Wyvern. I bought them as much time as I could. You too, huh? And you are? I'm Joseph. I was traveling with them, same as you. I'm Scott, Prince of Cashuon. I too shared my last words with them. We all have one thing in common. We traveled with them and lost our lives. And you are? Dead, obviously. Duh. Please control your sass. We have to press F for each character present here. We traveled with them and lost our lives. Good way to put it, Minwu. So what's the lesson to be learned here? Don't travel with those guys. In any case, most of the fourth party members were dead weight anyway. Says the guy who used them as meat shields, used blink on them, and pretty much relied on them to survive the level 1 challenge. Are you saying that our meeting here is no accident? The Emperor acquires power from hell. We find ourselves in Jade, the passageway to hell. Incorrect conclusion. But it seems that some fate unknown even to me is at work. I would die if you join it, but it's only 50%. Some fate unknown even to me is at work. Who all survived? Gordon and Layla. But you can't just numerically adjust that. You have to factor in the amount of time that Layla spent with us as opposed to Gordon. Rebel Ninja never death rate to 70%. Leon survived too. Yeah, but if you consider the amount of time that our guest party members spent with us, Layla clearly overshadows pretty much everyone else. In fact, I think Layla spent more time with us than everybody else combined. So I guess you could put it at slightly higher than 50%. And with a high chance of survival. And you have to consider that, especially when we were visiting Mysidia Tower, the rest of the world pretty much died out. So yeah, I'd say Minwu's conclusion is wrong. But this is an undeniable fact. Maybe they died, but the reason they came here is because they joined Firen's party. So Firen's party causes them to appear in this unknown cavern. What happens after they die, who knows? We can take these guys out. We can take these guys on now. Alright, the death rates are in general, pretty much. Now Minwu can hold his own against these guys. How far we've come. But 500 HP is not good enough. Yep, there is some grinding on the cards in the future. But just look at Minwu's insane evasion. Seems like we just started and already Minwu is at a place where even with just one shield, he has enough evasion. Although evasion levels don't necessarily depend on shields. He has enough evasion to completely evade these death horns who were wrecking my shit earlier on. But yeah, I was pointing earlier to the fact that in a solo run, one insane benefit that you get is the evasion levels. Whoever the solo character is, the evasion levels just skyrocket because evasion level depends on how much you are targeted in each fight, and by definition, in a solo, that character will be targeted by every enemy, and the longer the battle lasts, the more points he gains towards his evasion level. Let's take a look at his evasion level, shall we? He's got 5 already. He started with 1, let me remind you. And even if we consider that he was almost at level 2, he's gained 3 evade levels just in this short space of time. And his evade level of 5 mixed with 99% means that any monster which does not get over 5 hits per turn they're not going to be able to touch Minwu with physical attacks. But I think we are well past the stage where we care about physical attacks, so I might as well put him in the front row. Minwu can survive in the front row now, which is quite the achievement. Alright, I'm quite happy that we have reached this stage this soon. Putting Minwu in the front row was an impossible task, I remember, on my first playthrough. I actually want to get hit by these guys, and these guys have like only 3 hits. So I'm going to unequip the gold shield in order to lower my evasion purposely. 3 hits for 160 per damage. Hey, look at how much damage they're doing now. This clearly shows that Drain Touch is dependent, is a percentage of a HP. This is what Death Riders are so devastating. $60,000? Nope. And since we are already at the next question, the answer to the previous question, which weapon, when used as a battle item, casts Bolt 5, is the Mage Staff. You can find the Mage Staff in Dist, in the Cave of Dist, or you can get the Mage Staff. That's what it is in 3. Ah, screw you, man. But is it only 60,000 bucks? I thought it was much more expensive than that. I love the fact that Minwu is regularly getting agility as well. Let's take a look at his stats. He's got stamina of 34, okay. Agility of 26 already, nice. And regularly getting HP ups. Protect Ring, yeah, Protect Ring is a mage friendly piece of equipment, so that's going to give him some defense, and the Protect Ring also protects against the death spell. It will not protect us against the coerls who can inflict death on hit. High Potion, okay. Actually, I should probably use High Potion instead of Minwu's Cure spell, but we are almost out of Unknown Cavern. Unknown Cave B6. I think this is the last floor. These guys are a waste of time. I want these guys to actually hit Minwu. One shot? 2 hits for 78. Yeah, not good enough, guys. Not good enough. Okay, that was pretty good. Don't kill him. Oh, that was close. That was close. Taking some pretty big risks here. But look at the damage that Minwu is dishing out here. And that's just gonna keep improving. I completely forgot about Berserk. Oh, facepalm. I need to get Berserk up to a high level. Otherwise we're not gonna have any DPS. So we need to get Berserk up. Yeah, this is what the grind is going to be focused on. Very soon, not only am I going to have to grind HP, I'm going to have to grind Berserk to a high level for DPS. Fog. Fog at level 6 is fine, I think. Shell at level 6. Actually, Shell at level 6 is also fine. We want Dispel. We want Dispel at level 7 or above. Yeah, we probably want Dispel at level 8, so this is a long way to go for Dispel. But right now I just don't have the amount of ethers I would like to spend the amount of MP that it would take to grind Dispel up to high levels. Fog is fine, Blink is fine, Shell is fine, Asuna, we need to get Asuna up to level... Well, ideally we need Asuna to level 5 and good giant fat. So what's your party? You're going with 3 red mages and the slut, right? Sap is good for MP grinding. I don't care about MP grinding, so Sap can go to hell. Minwu's got 140 MP and I'm soon going to be in a position to afford as many ethers as I want. 313, okay. Berserk, please. I'm just going to use Berserk once per battle. Even if it misses, it does give weapon magic EXP. Ouch! So you can see how much variable the damage is. And that is because of Minwu's low attack stat, which in turn lowers his accuracy with the weapon. So even if he has level 5 with the lance, he's only getting random amounts of hits, like 2 hits sometimes, 3 hits. HP increased again, stamina, good. Those are the things I'm looking for primarily. What is his accuracy? His accuracy is, look at that, 5-79, and of course the 5 comes from level 5, having level 5 in lance. 79% accuracy only. Ideally that should be at 99, but because his strength is only 19, yeah, he has that low accuracy. Effectively, the way this is calculated is the strength stat is added to 220 per turn. Nice. 3 red mages working like a charm. How much is a 3 contributing? Like 2 damage per turn? Oh, we're already out. Nice. One damage. Why do you even bother? Why don't I just have him defend? Alright, we made it to the shop. How much money do we have? 25,000 only. That's okay. I need to get some damage spells. No, first and foremost I need to get ethers, but I'll do that later. Do we need any spells? Oh, wait, I need weapons. Staff, javelin, power staff. Thief has no defend. What? Really? 0 damage poker. Oh god, 15,000 bucks for a flame lance, but I desperately need that. Flame lance is priority. Flame lance is the best weapon we can get at this stage. Broadsword, axe, winged sword, and ogre killer. Actually, I think ogre killer is more powerful than the flame lance. The flame lance does super effective damage against undead, and we are going to get a lot of undead. He will attack, steal, and flee, and no defend. Wow, shame on the thief. Even a white mage and a black mage have defend. Not defend. Is it guard or is it defend? I think the knight is the one with guard. Everybody has defend, right? I'm getting confused about the terminologies. Guard is the one everyone has. Oh, okay. What are your levels, by the way, right now? Knight has defend. I see. So yeah, we're gonna buy a flame lance. Flame lance on priority. Might as well sell the demon lance. Look at that damage increase. 8 as of killing rat. Nice. Killing the rat at level 8. So out of curiosity, Red Mage shouldn't have any spell charges for level 3 spells, right? At level 8. So the Bolt 2, Fire 2 and Ice 2 that you get in the Pirate's hideout or the Viking hideout is completely useless right now. Can't use that against a rat. Red has no spell charges. Yeah, thought so. Even my black mage only had one spell charge. None at 10 either. Wow. When does he get spell charges for level 3? Hellfire. Not gonna use it. Spam fire. Yeah, that's all you can do. And therein lies the value of 3 red mages, I suppose. Antidote. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell this stuff. Sleep time. Good night, Matt. Probably 11 or 12. I see. Phoenix Stones. Phoenix Stones. Actually, I have no use for Phoenix Stones, but I kind of do. If I can go, Mithril Sword can go. Mithril Armor. I'm gonna keep the Thieves Gloves just in case I need the agility, but I'm probably not gonna use it. So Pyras can go. On Minwu, I absolutely need his magic to be as powerful as possible. I've got 3 Mithril Shields. Interesting. Not bad, I made quite a lot of cash here. I'm gonna sell 2 of these. So just having Minwu do all the work makes things very simple. I can't say Quairas. What? I looked it up. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Quairas. And I can say plenty of things. He's got the flame lance equipped. What else do I need? Do I need some magic? I don't think I need any magic apart from Berserk. Don't dance game me, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. You'll find my finest creations here, really? If you're in the market for weapons, give them a try. Dude, I don't remember Tobul. Huh? Okay, so Tobul died and started a weapon shop even in hell. Good on you, man. This guy has real passion for weapons, for making weapons. Hey, do you know where my dad's at? Nope. There's a magic shop. Cure, Fire, Thunder, Blizzard, don't care. Blink, Protect, Shell, Basuna, don't care. Basuna likes Sap and Mini. Technically speaking, Minwu can abuse the teleport spell that he comes with, but I am not a fan of that. Personally speaking, I think teleport is a bug. This warp gate just appeared out of nowhere. The other side is crawling with hideous monsters. Stay away if you know what's good for you. Yep, I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm not gonna make the same mistake I did last time. Papa, let the cap close, let the Are you joking? Ice shield. Yeah, definitely want an ice shield. Yeah, I'll take one ice shield. Chance on Night Summer, Chance Gloves, no thanks. Okay, we don't have any mage-friendly equipment here. So matter of shall sell Mithril Shield. So now that I have an ice shield and a cold shield, since there are a lot more monsters that use fire magic than poison magic, ice shield will be my default shield, and I'll swap in the gold shield when I want. Giant's Gloves, indeed. Sadly, Giant's Gloves when used as an item does not do anything in this game, so it's just a straight up attack buff. The problem is it doesn't go well with Minwu. Giant's equipment will have very steep magic penalties. The way magic penalties work in FF2 is there's some pieces of equipment which are designated mage friendly and some which are designated knight. I assume you are thinking about the Giant's Gloves from FF1, which were absolutely OP. Absolutely OP. What the hell is this? Ooh. Oh shit, I did not want to do this. That was a mistake. I just wanted to find out what she said. From FF1. Yeah, I thought so. It's just ridiculous. Free saber every turn? Sign me up for that. Well, I guess I can make use of them. I would rather they remained corpses, but I do have a use for them. Okay, I think we are prepared. Item shop, yeah, definitely want a bunch of ethers. Lost mallet, maiden skills, golden needles. Now, speaking of Esuna, I don't think there's a point in getting Esuna above level 3. Esuna at level 4 will heal what? Toad or something like that? I don't remember what Esuna does at level 4, but we need Esuna at level 5 to cure stone. Here's the thing, if Minwu gets stoned, that is a game over as far as I'm concerned. So, grinding up Esuna does not make sense. Esuna at level 3 is good enough for us. That will take care of status ailments like poison, darkness, amnesia. Oh, hell no, it's not going to take care of amnesia. Good thing I remembered that. We need to buy a bunch of mallets at least. I'm going to spend the rest of my cash on ethers. We can only afford 19 of them right now, but that'll have to do. And it's going to be time for a grind. Before that, let me see if I can face this boss. The mistake I did last time was I completely... hello? How do I get there? Yeah, there we go. This teleporter. I completely missed this teleporter. So, you're intended to go here first. But because I went here last, the monster that we're going to face here, I just completely cheesed him. He was no trouble whatsoever. This place. No, it can't be. Chamber of the Seal. Ooh, Minwu's getting some pretty bad memories of this place. Uh-oh, another Kamehameha? Just as I thought. The seal! You mean Ultima exists here too? The seal I gave my life to break. But this time, I will not fall. Yeah, because you're already dead. Everyone, stand back. Hurry on, please. He said he wouldn't fall, but this is what happens. Minwu! Hang on, man. I'm alright. He was just pretending. I died once. That was my destiny. Yet, this time I lived. There must be some vital reason for our presence here, after all. Alright. Save this crap and let's go face this boss who is completely going to wreck me, but at least he's going to give me some directions on what I need to grind. Hey, wait, we can take all these orbs. Nice! I bestow upon thee the swiftness of gusting wind.
Listen.
Greetings, blind archer. And you know, your greetings reminds me of something in Russian you said, like last or the stream before last. FFT again today. I told you, man, FFT on Friday. Take a look at the schedule down below. Your agility increases. Let's hope that Minwu got that agility, but there is no way to control it. I bestow upon thee the sparkling clarity of water. Intelligence. Let's hope that goes to Minwu again. I don't think so. Should probably have had everyone dead. I think I was saying anything in Russian here. Okay, my bad. I was just curious to know what that was. I guess that was the same as good evening or something. Intelligence 16, he definitely did not get intelligence. He might have gotten agility. That would be nice. Quiet solitude of earth. That would be soul. Spirit, yeah, whatever. NPN bed, what? Switch to keyboard, but just a random arrange of letters in the. I see. Okay. Strength increases. Actually, I would like Minwu to get some more strength. He did not get strength. That's okay. I can deal with that. Have you played FF2, Blind Archer? Crystal response. Minwu, White Wizard of Finn, art thou worthy of wielding the mightiest of spells? Welcome to Ask Me for Translation Words You'd Like to Learn. I don't have any clue about Russian. Although I will say, the script looks a little simpler than Japanese. Japanese is just horrifying. Every time I thought about learning Japanese, the complexity of that script just puts me off. Like, okay, let's not do this today. I don't think I have it in me. But Russian definitely looks not as complicated as Japanese. Art thou worthy of wielding the mightiest of spells? Russian language uses letters, Japanese uses characters. Okay, are they letters? I thought even Russian was very kind of characters only. Prove thy strength. Defeat me. Nope, not gonna happen, bro. I'm gonna get wrecked so hard. Okay. How do we deal with this guy? I believe he's pretty much immune to everything. And what spells does he have? I actually forgot. Letters, one letter, one sound in most cases. I see. Okay, that makes it a lot simpler. It's just a completely different script. Are there more languages which share the same script as Russian? Like Latin is shared by pretty much all the European languages, isn't it? German, French, English, obviously. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Let's just find out what this guy's made of. Hopefully. Earthquake 10. Okay, he has some magic. Earthquake 10 did 100 damage. Okay, so finally we meet some monster which actually has AoE damage attacks. How do we deal with that? I think... How do we deal with this? Let's just continue to 0 damage. 4 hits. Yikes. Okay. So Minwu. I was talking about Minwu's great evasion, but apparently he does not have enough evasion to evade this guy's attacks. So the first thing we need to use is Blink. Once we use Blink, that will shut him down. So we need 1 turn for Blink. What else does he have? He has Earthquake. Do I have a defense against Earthquake? I do not. But Earthquake was only doing 100 damage, so that's not too bad. the more pressing concern is that Minwu is not doing any damage to this guy, so I think that calls for Berserk. Berserk is just a straight up attack increase, and it's stackable. That is the most important thing about it. Okay, Flare 16. Ouch! Ouch! 900 damage. Yep. So you see here, this is the reason we wanted HP on Minwu. There is absolutely no way to avoid damage. Can you elaborate this challenge? So, since you haven't played FF2, this is the post game of FF2, the PSP version. Actually, this is available starting the GBA version. They're using a save game system that says 1 credit clear. What? Wait a minute, I put no such tag. I just put casual run. I did not put any tag like that. Let me take a look at this. I did not put that tag. Where do I see tags? Where the hell do I see tags? Oh god, how did that happen? Retro, 1 credit clear in English. God damn it. God damn this. Okay, yeah, that is not correct. I don't know how that happened, but I remember putting just casual run tag. I don't know how this happened, but it's not 1 credit clear. It's not a game like that. So Puzzle, you were asking me why I need to grind HP. The Flare 16 spell that he used, there is absolutely no way to avoid taking damage from that. We can reduce damage to a certain extent by using Shell, by stacking Shell, but otherwise there is absolutely no way. So that Flare 16 did about 900 damage. Right, regarding this challenge run, let's just start the grind and I'll elaborate more on this challenge run. At the end of the game of FF2, I don't know how to say this without spoiling, but the post game of FF2 contains a subset of the characters. In fact, it contains some of the NPCs. Not NPCs, but your temporary party members from the base game. So effectively, it gives you the party members which were only temporarily available to you during the base game, and you have to go through 2 whole dungeons which are very similar to 2 of the end game dungeons in the base game. So that is the entirety of FF2 post game. What makes it vastly different from the base game is that the monster design is completely opposite to how it is in the normal game. And that is where things become a lot more interesting, because you have to use completely different tactics in order to deal with them. Also, like I said, since you're given other characters, you don't do this post game with your final party from the base game. You have to use the characters which were guest characters during the main story. One of those guest characters is this guy called Minwu, and as you can imagine, this Minwu solo means that I'm not going to be using the other guys. So looking forward to this challenge run. Let me know if you have any questions about FF2 in general, or this particular challenge run, or this post game. Right now we need to grind. Open the locked castle with thief. Indeed. Although don't forget to collect a couple elixirs once the people return to Argus Castle. But yeah, because that Flare 16 was doing about 1000 damage, shall we say, just to round things off, we need We need at the very least, we need 1000 HP on Minwu. That's going to be our primary grind goal. Our secondary grind goals, mainly about 1 crit. Okay. Yeah, that 1 credit is a mistake. Where should I grind? I should probably go to the next dungeon to grind for higher level enemies. Where is it? If I can find the damn place. Okay, there it is. Our primary grind goal is to get 1000 HP on Minwu. Our secondary grind goals are... we need to get Berserk. We need to get Berserk at least up to level 4. At level 4, Berserk... well, actually, Berserk is not high on the priority list. Because since we can stack Berserk as much as we want, even at level 1, it's pretty effective. It's just going to take a lot more time. We need Fog up to level 7. We need... I think Barrier should be fine. We need... I think we need Swap up to level 6 at least. We need... Shell is fine. We need Dispel. Dispel is the most important spell to get up to level 7. At least level 7, if not level 8. So I'm going to put Dispel on top. Yeah, Dispel is the one that we need most of all. Fog levels would work, Swap levels would be nice, and apart from that, I don't think we need anything else. Yeah, so that's going to be our grind goal for now. Let's start with this. Now we are technically proceeding to progression. Oh, Mage Rage. A palace. This must be Pandemonium, Palace of the Lord of Hell. So this dungeon is very similar to the last dungeon in the main story. We're just going to spend a little bit of time here to grind. Monsters here are just ridiculously powerful. Mini Satana, no! How much does this fire do? 15 damage? Oh right, that's because of the ice shield. 13 damage, yeah, we are protected against fire. Uh-oh, cursed. Minwu is cursed, and curse is a horrible status effect. I think Asuna at level 3 should be sufficient to get rid of the curse. Please tell me it is. Yes! Asuna at level 3 is enough. Death 6! But we are protected against death. Don't worry about this. The Protect Ring grants us immunity to death. Haste we don't care about because their physical attacks are pretty pitiful. So I think Minwu has it. If they only have fire, which we are which we resist because of the ice shield, I think Minwu's got this. But first, we need some HP. How do we get HP from these stupid mini Satanas? Where is... Dispel. I just single targeted. Okay, they have Drain. Drain did 24 damage, okay. That's fine. Stun, that is not fine. They have stun. Crap. So in order to get myself immunity against stun, I'm going to use barrier. Where is barrier? Now since Minwu has barrier at level 7, he should get immunity against stun. We're just going to hang around this battle for a while. Primarily we want to grind up Dispel. Actually, Dispel was already very close to a level up. So potentially it'll go up to level 4. I don't need to spend any more time, so now I'm just looking for some HP. How much damage are you going to do to yourself? Actually, no, let me not do that. Let me not do that. God, just 141 damage. Ice, are we okay with ice? 12 damage from ice, okay. So these guys' magic attacks are very pitiful. What's with the lag? Stun, we should have immunity against stun. And we should have immunity against confusion because of the barrier. So yeah, these guys are bad news. These guys are bad news. But barrier pretty much takes care of them. Wow. I mean, if these guys are constantly going to spam magic attacks, this fight is going to take a while. Can you not constantly miss? They are chipping away at the damage. I just don't have any DPS. 155 doesn't cut it. Well, Berserk isn't working. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea to come here to grind. Mostly spellcasters in this dungeon, and the more you can see how much time it takes for the spell animation. I'd rather just go back to the previous dungeon where you only have physical monsters. I mean, there's a very real possibility that I might make them run out of MP. The amount of time this is taking. Please take one of them out. God damn it! I've got the best weapon that money can buy at this stage, and it's still not doing... It's doing shit damage. Once Berserk gets to a high enough level, we don't really need to worry about that. We are not going to worry about DPS. And Minwu's, yeah, we need to work on Minwu's survivability first and foremost. Oh god, he's still alive. Yeah, I'm not surviving this. I'm not surviving this. I don't care to cure myself. I'd rather just... Can I run away? Let me see if I can run away from this fight. What a waste of time this is. I might just die. Oh, we can't run away. Okay, unrunnable. Please kill me already. He is still not dead. How much HP do these things have? That should do it? Yep. Good, good. Wow. That was a waste of time. And that taught me a lesson. Not to go there. if I want to efficiently grind. I'll go back to Unknown Cave. Berserk, Dispel, yeah. So look at that, Dispel is almost at level 4, so just casting it once will get it over, definitely get it to level 4. Berserk we need, Berserk we need, what else do we need? For now I'll just focus on Dispel and Berserk. Why Minwu? Because of his repertoire of spells. Look at all of these spells that he has. Very important, we need Dispel, we need Blink, we need Shell, we need Barrier, we need Protect, we need Asuna, Cure. Actually, we can buy Cure and the damage spells, so technically speaking, we can have someone else solo as well, but without these super useful spells, I mean, I would say it's impossible to solo with the other characters, but Minwu is the only mage type out of all 4 of these guys. Scott is red mage, so I would say Scott is the second easiest. Scott starts with Fire, Thunder, Cure, Blizzard, and Life. All of these spells we can buy in this shop, which in the town that we just visited. So I would say since Scott has decent stats, decent physical as well as magic stats, his solo would probably be the second easiest, but we'd still need to grind a lot. We need to grind. Hello EB, how's it going? We'd need to grind Scott's HP and what else? Yeah, we need to grind Scott's HP to insane levels because he does not have the repertoire of spells that Minwu's got. But since Minwu comes with all of these spells, the only thing we need to grind on Minwu is his physical attributes, weapon levels and character stats. Yep. So the only things I needed to focus on Minwu is getting his weapon levels over to as high as possible, as well as shields and HP. These are the 2 things that I was focusing on. I would say Minwu's solo is the easiest, which is why I'm attempting it first. Alright, let's keep grinding. Hopefully this will be a lot more efficient. Our primary target is, our primary objective is HP. Like we just saw during that boss fight, we need 1000 HP at the very least in order to survive a Flare 16. Because otherwise, we've got strategies to completely nullify physical attacks, but we don't have anything to nullify magic. That's just not possible in FF2. Damage magic at least. For enemies that only use status magic, it's completely achievable. Using Shell, we can drive our magic defense. 1 crit attack still there. Yeah, I don't know how to change it midstream, so that's going to remain. Wait, what am I doing? Hang on. Let's blink. With the power of blink, we can completely neutralize the enemy's physical attack. And now I'm at my liberty. I can do whatever the hell I want because this enemy does not have anything but physical attacks. So 1 Berserk. Is it more difficult? Nope, not at all. In fact, I would say it's a lot easier because this time in the PSP version you have access to the Defend command. The Defend command increases your defense and evasion. I don't know by how much, but it's pretty significant. I would say the addition of the Defend command in the PSP version is quite an important addition in terms of what additional tactics you can use with that. Otherwise, in the GBA version, your only option was to have double shields and physically attack. if you wanted to just stall. I'm just grinding Dispel, and what else do I need to grind? The great thing about magic is that you can pretty much, since every spell has its own EXP counter, we can keep using different spells and they will all level up in one battle itself. Fog is at level 6, I think we should get Fog to level 7 as well. Barrier at 7 is fine, Protect, Shell, Swap. Yeah, we need Swap. Please don't work, please don't work. I should not use Swap on the enemy, otherwise Minwu will be drained of all MP. I'm just going to grind Swap so that also gains one more level. What else do I need to grind? I think that's it. We need to grind Dispel, Swap, and Berserk. Hopefully by the end of today I will have completed all of my requisite grinding, but probably not. Right now I'm just grinding in order to face that boss that wrecked me. And for that we discovered that we need at least minimum 1000 HP. 1000 HP is going to take a while. HP grinding is basically just taking damage every fight. The more HP you lose, the better. So I made sure that Minwu lost half of his HP before using Blink. After Blink, the enemies just don't stand a chance. They will never get a hit in. I think we are enough, should be done. Hopefully Berserk, Dispel and Swap each get a level. Berserk, Dispel and Swap. There we go. And HP, MP, Spirit. Good. Awesome. So yeah, the problem with HP grinding is you can only get 1 HP up per fight. And that HP up is determined by your stamina. So right now Minwu has how much stamina? Let's take a look. He has 36 stamina, so every fight he will only get 36. Of course, along with HP up, he will also get stamina increases. One point increase in stamina for taking HP damage. That is if I'm lucky. There's only a 50% chance. Every fight, depending on the amount of damage you take, at best you only have a 50% chance of gaining HP and or stamina. So pretty much at the mercy. What I'm trying to say here is that it's going to take us at least a minimum amount of battles to get the requisite HP value. As we have seen before in this fight, Minwu has too much evasion. That even without a blink, these death horns are not able to hit him. So just by removing a shield, we can manipulate our evasion. So now these guys will be able to hit him so that Minwu can take some damage. Okay, I think that's enough damage taken. He should get a HP up, so I'll give him his shield back so that he has maximum evasion once again. And once again, we're going to start grinding up spells. I'm going to use Berserk for, say, 5 turns. 5 turns is probably not enough for a level up, but I don't think I have more patience than that. We'll use Berserk for 5 turns, we'll use Dispel for 5 turns, we'll use Swap for 5 turns. Stepping on my accuracy, tens of times for outrage, scream breaking damage in a single turn. Yeah, but there are many buffs and debuffs. Well, not debuffs. Enemies generally tend to have a lot more magic defense, but there are a lot of buffs that you can take advantage of to make the game a lot more easier than just a DPS race. Because if you're just relying on your weapons to do damage, essentially you're just treating it as a DPS race. And sometimes you just cannot win that DPS race. Now it's time for the Dispel grind. So what my general strategy is when faced with enemies is... what is that? Sorry about that. I was trying out an FF2 quiz, and after 4 questions I couldn't come up with more questions, so I just put them as placeholders, and I forgot to put some questions in there. I think question number 6 is the last question, so we won't have more of that crap. But yeah, my strategy in all of my challenge runs in FF2 is to completely shut down the enemy. And if you've watched me play any game before, I'm a very defensive player. I only rely on DPS when I can, or when I have no other choice. My primary... Oh, he's out of MP. Okay, that's fine. My primary strategy is always to buff up as much as possible, debuff the enemies if possible. Can't say I noticed that in F50. Please. I had no other choice. But yeah, I mean, tactics does look like it punishes a defensive player. Sometimes there's just no way to prevent your guys from dying. That's something I've learned. Maybe that's a completely wrong conclusion, but everywhere I've looked, what was I looking for? I was looking for the inn here. Underestimating that game. I'm definitely underestimating him, no doubt about that. But at my current level of competence, I just can't see a way to make my guys survive. Even level grinding is not going to help, because level grinding doesn't really help with HP unless it's on the monk. One completely turtle up in that game. One can completely turtle up in that game. Huh, really? Now I'm interested to learn what strategies would that involve. Give me some hints, man. I am curious now. Berserk is at level 3, Dispel is at level 4, and Swap is at level 4. Alright, going pretty well. What did we want? Berserk as high as possible. Dispel. We want Dispel at what? I think we want Dispel at level 8 at least. Yeah. We want Dispel at level 8. And we want Swap at level 6, I think. So these are all the debuffs that I'm talking about. I love using them, which is why I think the Minwu solo is particularly interesting, because Minwu has such a great repertoire of spells. Once I grind up all of these spells to the requisite levels, you'll see how I completely shut down the enemies. Whether the enemy is only physically attacker, or magic. In fact, magic is more of a priority because physical attacking monsters can be shut down by just grinding up blink. You don't even need to grind up blink like I demonstrated in my level 1 challenge. Using reviving dispelling character to form the core of the group and at least 2 times to hold the front line. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When you talk about turtle up, what exactly do you mean? According to me, turtling up does not involve revival. It involves survival. Now, if you're talking about allowing your characters to die and then reviving them and calling that as a defensive strategy, I would say no. I'm talking about primary survival strategies. Is there any strategy that will just guarantee your survival? Like for example, let's take this what I'm trying to do here. For example, so against monsters that have only physical attacks, I can just grind up shields on Minwu so that he gets 99% evasion, and then one relatively high level blink. He starts off with blink 5. Okay, a blink 5 is enough to completely shut down a physical attacking monsters. Resurrection only an insurance. Okay. Oh shit, this is too much Berserk. I think Berserk level 3 is more than enough. Let's focus on the spell. So without a lot of grinding, how safe would you say are your strats for survival? Whatever you're going to be using. If you say that turtling up is totally a possibility, how much safety can you bake into that? How much? What is the chance that you would say that your characters will not die? Even if all the enemies gang up on one character, which is what usually happens, especially in smaller maps. But yeah, everywhere I've looked. Today at work, I was pretty much spending all of my time just going through tactics walkthroughs, LPs, and nobody ever. They're going to depth job and spell mechanics. Depth of job and spell mechanics. Okay. So you would need that level of thinking. You would need that level of expertise in order to come up with a strategy for survival. Okay. Now that you put it that way, there is absolutely no hope for me. I would need a lot more experience with this game. Now the protect from the priestess. Yes. Because I've pretty much given up. Thinking that I'll be able to keep my guys alive. So henceforth, I'm just going to try and approach the game in a reactive manner. Now the only protection spell available to a player. Okay. Hey, wait, I wanted to grind HP. What the hell am I doing here? Okay, there we go. Slowly but surely, he will be taking HP away from Minwu. Meanwhile, all the while, we are grinding our spells. Turtle action is not the only one, or the best one in my opinion. But it sure is possible. Yeah, that's all I was wondering about. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's definitely not obvious to me. And I guess based on what you've said so far, it does require a level of expertise in order to come up with survival tactics. Because I sure as hell can't see it right now. I just cannot see a way I can ensure the survival of my guys. Because as far as I'm concerned, that is the primary focus. That is the primary purpose of playing the tactics game. First and foremost, ensure that your guys don't die. But nope. The way I see it right now, I'm not good enough to ensure that my guys survive. So the only option left to me is to resurrect whenever they do die. So that is more reactive. Because every time I come up with a plan, it's pretty much shat on. On turn 1 itself, when my white mage or someone more important dies. And why is that I can point out the jobs you have to pay attention to in order to understand it. Sure, go ahead. I'm open to any and every advice. In fact, I'm gonna put the backseating allowed tag on my tactics streams. Because I mean, I was reading the walkthroughs and I realized something. Chemist, priest, summoner, chemist for auto potion, priest for protect, and I think the oracle has a magic defense up. No, not the oracle. Who has magic defense up? Some guy has magic defense up, which helps in survival. Oracle has defense up, which helps in survival. All of these are passives, of course. Oh right, the spell is at level 5 now. Dispel is the most important. We need to get it up to level 8 at the very least. That's obvious. A monk, lancer, ninja, and bard. Monk? What does a monk have that might help in survival? Chakra. Ninja. No idea about ninja. I only recently unlocked the job, and I haven't really looked at the ability, except for the throwing ones. Not only chakra. I'm not as familiar with the monk's abilities as I am with the others. Look closer at what he can do. What can he do? He has move HP up. Move HP up, but recovering 5 HP, is it really? I don't think I should answer that. Yeah, don't answer that. I'm just trying to guess. Move HP up. I don't see how recovering 5 HP per turn helps, but it might. because it might help in conjunction with some other abilities. Because that's one thing that I really appreciate about the game, is that individually the abilities seem stupid. Like another guy pointed out the usefulness of the concentrate ability. Initially, when I looked at that, I was like, it's not really worth it. If all that concentrate does is negate the enemy's evasion, I don't see the point. I don't see the point if the enemy has 75% accuracy, or I mean, if I'm going to get 75% accuracy versus 100% accuracy, I don't see the point of using a passive just for that. But then it was pointed out to me that you can use concentrate in conjunction with head break. You can use that in conjunction with steel, stuff like that. And that was an eye opener. That was a freaking revelation. So that's one aspect of the game that I absolutely appreciate. I just can't get enough of that. The combination of abilities. That's just the basics of it. Not to me. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I thought concentrate was good. I mean, I thought concentrate was, just so and so, not particularly useful. But it turns out that it's an incredibly good ability to have. Depth of that is vast. Wow, wow. Let's see. I think you're going to tolerate a set amount of suffering from me before you actually reveal whatever answer you want to give me. Or maybe I'm just not ready for that yet, which makes perfect sense. I mean, if I don't know the basics, what am I going to do with the advanced stuff? Like, I don't understand what move HP up, why move HP up would be useful. It's only one ability of many. Yep. I should wait until you complete the game at least once. Oh boy, that's gonna take quite a while. We all might be dead before that happens. I granted up Dispel, I granted up Swap. Berserk at level 4, you know what? I could just stop it there. Blink, barrier, what else do I need? Fog, right, I needed fog. Fog is already level 7, nice! I think we're good. I think we are good. I could do this. Could do what? More HP, please. Dispel leveled up, HP leveled up, MP leveled up. Oh yeah, as a side effect, I'm also getting lots and lots of MP. MP doesn't help. Yeah, Minwu has plenty of MP. Insert a character in my mind, give you the specs and let you try to recreate him endgame. Everything helps, mate. I totally appreciate it. At this stage, I don't even care if you just straight up tell me, because I don't think I'm going to understand anyway, especially if you tell me something advanced, which is obvious to you, I might not even understand it. But yeah, I mean, just keep in mind that if it reduces my suffering, that's going to take away from your entertainment. So think about how exactly you want to give information to me. Like I said, I don't even care if you just give it to me directly. Like, do this, or you can do this, and you can do this. There'll be no suffering left, don't worry. Okay, that's nice to hear then. Because yeah, like I said, I've pretty much given up trying to keep my guys alive. I'm just going to assume that I'm going to play reactively. I'll let you decide how you're recreating this character. Okay, fair enough. Sounds fair enough. How are we? We definitely need a lot more HP. Berserk at level 4 is fine. Dispel is the thing we need. Dispel at level 8 or 9 at least. Swap also. Berserk is fine. Barrier is fine. Protect is fine. Fog is fine. Yep. So the only thing we need to grind now are Dispel and Swap. Spells are going pretty quickly, I must say. I guess it's just pressing A after all. Very riveting gameplay here. And once I get 1000 HP, we will go and meet that guy. The behemoth again. We want at least 1000 HP. Okay, Minwu does not have enough evasion to completely evade the Giga Swarms, which is good. I do want to take some damage after all. And I think that's enough damage. So how do we shut down physical attacking monsters? One blink does the trick. Now I'm just free to grind whatever the hell I want. I should probably take out 2 of the Giga Swarms so that I don't waste as much time. But this is good for Minwu's evasion. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Take out 2 of these guys. Now that there's only 1 left, the grind will go a lot faster. Look at how much MP Minwu has. Wow, loving it. Job Archer. Knight, all active abilities. Okay, question regarding this. So just because the archer can use a bow, will the knight abilities have equivalent range of the bow? Or does it only work for the other weapons? Ignore height. Ignore height lancer. Yes, they do. Oh, I see. Should be an easy enough character to create. So I need Archer JP, I need Knight JP and Lancer JP. I don't think I want to unlock Lancer yet. But ignore height. So ignore height means that he can pretty much move anywhere he wants regardless of the height differential. Did I get that right? And speaking of which, I started a second playthrough on slot 2 and I realized that I have no idea what the jump stat actually does. So do you need archers active abilities? They become obsolete. You mean the charge ones? Yeah, I'm told that the charge abilities are pretty useless. But it's good for damage. What else did I need to grind? Swap. Did that pretty much covers the jump stat? Oh, does it? Then I think I need to relook at it. Because I realized that I have no clue about how jump works. Because jump, there is vertical jump, there is horizontal jump, and I just have no idea. Okay, so this grind is going actually quite a lot slower than I thought, but we are making good progress with our spells. It's just that to grind HP, I need to get into. I need a certain number of battles. So I think we'll achieve both of our goals by the end of this grind session. Let's see if I can conclude the grind at the end of the stream. I'm already over time, and I do have work tomorrow, so I can't stay here for much longer. I don't think we're going to finish with the grind, but I might grind up off stream. Your difficulty equals or lower than your jump stat, provided you have movement, right? So if there is one tile which is at 11h and another tile which is at 7h, if you have a jump of 4, then you can take your whatever extra movement you have, and it won't be penalized by that height differential. But if that other tile was at 5h and your jump is at 4, then you would not be able to move on that tile on top. Is that how it works? So effectively it just restricts your movement. So if you can move 5 tiles, you can only move 5 tiles as long as the jump differential, as long as the height differential is lower than your jump. Is that how it works? Okay, that's pretty simple then. Huh. Interesting. Pretty simple then. So the only reason to have better jump would be to get the higher ground quicker. If you had a roundabout way of reaching your higher ground, then you don't really need the jump, do you? That's the way I look at it. Horizontal jump equals half of a jump stat. Oh, I see. Half of half rounded down, I assume, because all of these games just round it down. So if you have a jump of 5, your horizontal jump would be 2. How would horizontal jump work? So if you've got 2 cliffs with 2 tiles in between, you would be able to jump and not lose any movement. Well, you would be able to jump to the other side, depending on how much movement you had. I guess that's how it works. Okay, not bad. I think after a little bit of experience, we're using movement anyway. Stamina is only at 39. With 39 stamina, it's going to take me at least 5 more battles. Yeah, it's going to take me at least 5 more fights until I get 1000 HP. That's going to take a while. I think I'm going to call it here, guys. I'll put on a save and we'll continue this grind next time. And I should do shortcuts instead of movement. Okay, you're using movement anyway. So in a way, they are independent stats, but the jump just allows for more convenient movement. Okay, interesting. Wow. The more I know about this game, the more I begin to appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I am going to call it a day here. I have work tomorrow. Otherwise, I would have gone for a little bit longer. Wait a sec. I mean, feel free to join the Discord if you'd like. You can feed me tips 24/7. Otherwise, yeah, we'll meet on Friday then. And go on. What is it? What is it you were trying to tell me? So Damichamana, I suggest you take a look at his movement ability. Teleport, that's correct. But I think it was you that said that teleport only works 100% of the time if you move according to your movement anyway. So if you move further than, let's say, 5 spaces, it has a chance to fail. But I suppose that's a risk. That's a risk worth taking. Teleport is 600 JP though, so that is quite a long way away. But yeah, I can see how useful that would be. I can see how useful that would be. Yeah, okay. You have a good day, and I'll see you on Friday then. It's gonna be tactics. Finally, after 2 streams of not tactics, we are gonna continue with tactics on Friday. Looking forward to that. See you on Friday. Yep, I will see you on Friday then. Have a good day. Take it easy.